Hello, everyone, and welcome to RMD, All Things Aesthetics and Sexual Wellness podcast with me, your host, Dr. Deborah Durst, and my co-host.
Hey guys, Faraday Golombieski, nurse practitioner here at Revitalize MD.
So today we are going to talk about men and how they can naturally rev up their sex drive and testosterone.
Absolutely, and how to increase free testosterone, because I know that's something my male patients are always asking me, how do I increase my free testosterone?
It's amazing how men know, like they come in almost prepped, they read a lot, and
They've been on all the forums, on all the chats, on all the Reddits, on all the things.
Everything, and they know. So they're coming in, they're going to talk about free versus, total testosterone.
Yes.
Or
I'm taking this supplement. Does it work? I've taken this supplement. Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing? Don't take that junk. Yeah, so we're going to talk about stuff that's not junk.
Yeah. No, something that can naturally. So again, as men age, there are lots of changes that can happen, and sex drive can be one of them. Typically, we do a lot of males hormone optimization, but sex drive is usually the last thing to go. And so it doesn't matter if their test is low, they're usually feeling like energy or brain fog or maybe muscle building, weight gain, and libido is still usually the last thing to go.
Or mood, depression, anxiety, that can also be part of that testosterone declining as well.
So, but some of them, again, they'll notice mild changes even if their sex drive is still there. And so that's what we're going to talk about, ways to naturally boost your testosterone. So if you're a little hesitant for hormone optimization or testosterone, or you just want to augment the hormone optimization that you're doing, this is a product. So we use a product that actually has a lot of ingredients in it. So it's a combo product. We love combo products because it's not just one ingredient. So it's lots of them that are going to get you the same goal of an increased sex drive or testosterone naturally.
So these are multiple different types of natural supplements that are all compounded together to help naturally improve sexual function for men.
And again, there's different things you can do from a lifestyle standpoint, such as exercising, getting enough sleep, controlling stress, weight control. Those are all good things. But we're talking about some herbal supplements and botanicals, nutrients that can increase your sex drive or testosterone. So this product has 7 different ingredients in it. Yep. And like the first one, for instance, the Tongkat Ali.
And this is one that most guys, when they've come in, is one of the ones that I hear them talk about. They're like, I heard about Tongkat Ali. Does it work? Does it really help increase my free testosterone? Does it really help improve my total testosterone? And I'm like, that's a great supplement. Keep taking it.
Keep taking it.
Out of all of them, I've seen testosterone levels go up with just that. The biggest issue with some of this is that if you're only taking one supplement like Tongkat Ali to increase your testosterone, but you're not taking anything to support your estrogen conversions, sometimes what you're doing is elevating your testosterone, but then also elevating your estrogen, causing other issues. Yeah. So this product also has something to help with that too. So when we say these are great products, sometimes they're not great products by themselves, but it is a great product to help naturally increase testosterone.
Yeah, especially if you have multiple ingredients that are doing just that. So the next one, the Tribulus, also supports increase in testosterone production, but also kind of balancing that free, the total testosterone. So
conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone, it helps promote that, which is responsible for male attributes. So dihydrotestosterone is more anabolic than testosterone.
Yeah, right? 10 times stronger.
Yeah.
10 times stronger.
So that helps with that energy, that drive, that libido across the board.
Yeah. And so, again, testosterone, when we give it, we want it to stay testosterone. We want a good balance when it does convert or metabolize to DHT or estrogen. And DHT is 10 times stronger, so you can feel better. But potentially also on the downside of that is you may have side effects, such as an increased prostate, urinary frequency, lower urinary tract symptoms, hesitancy, all of that. So
increased estrogen production.
And so you want to just get the balance. And that's where I think the Tribulus kind of helps balance all those conversions and the body and for men. And so increasing it in a natural way, but not in an adverse way and not too much. So,
but this product also has DIM. We do a lot of DIM in this office for our patients and Chrysin, which are natural aromatase inhibitors. So while one is promoting that testosterone to come up, if you're converting that testosterone into estradiol DIM is great to help slow that conversion and push that estradiol into an estriol, a weaker estrogen, so you can convert it out of the body.
It's a better metabolism of the estrogen, even if it converts. So it's converting in a better pathway, multiple pathways for estrogen. Mainly, we get concerned about that more with women because we're supplementing, optimizing, their levels are higher. Men come in knowing, though. They all know about DIM. They all know about Chrysin. They all
don't
know
want
about
man
estrogen.
Boobs.
No.
I don't want man boobs. Am I going to get man boobs?
Yeah, correct. And that's a huge thing for them. So that DIM Chrysin, we use less of Chrysin, more of it in this way, in a more supplemental way where DIM is used quite frequently. That will metabolize and get your estrogen down quickly too.
DIM and zinc are two great products for that. And we that's why when we talk about these combination products, if they are all working synergistically together, it's perfect.
Yes, absolutely. And so those are two, DIM and Chrysin are in this product. Horny Goat Weed is another one that's in this that, again, increases erectile function. And so that's a great one to have in there.
And it does that by helping with nitric oxide synthesis. So it increases NO.
Yeah, and then we've talked about and we've talked about that in another podcast as well with NO. So I would refer you over to that one. It's a great podcast for nitric oxide and even more. How you can increase it, but also increase your natural nutrients needed for that production.
So for you guys that are listening and you're like, my testosterone's great, but and you're worried more about erectile function, I would look up our nitric oxide podcast.
Absolutely.
Because there's another supplement different that's very specific for that I think you guys would enjoy.
I agree. Ginkgo biloba is another one. Again, this is blood flow, so it's going to increase your blood flow, and it's an herbal supplement that does so. Boron is in this product as well. So again, just doing that total to free and increasing the free production is what boron will do. And that's in this supplement as well. So there's 7 different ingredients that are basically going to help balance testosterone to free, testosterone to estrogen, testosterone to DHT. And then therefore increase your testosterone effects in the body and therefore erections and libido or sex drive.
And energy and mood and all the other wonderful things that testosterone helps with.
Correct. And so always, again, we'll have some show notes talking about this supplement and also a link to purchase, but just, to always be aware to check with your provider. We're not medical providers for you. Then, we aren't absolutely recommending this because if you have prostate issues, prostate cancer, just in a large prostate, that this may not be the product for you. So you need to run that by your provider to see if it's a supplement that you would be able to take.
Absolutely. There's definitely some things where we don't want to increase androgens in the body. So always just double check with your primary.
So again, let us know if you have any products you like. And I will actually say, we should mention that PYGM was one. It's not in this supplement or in this one of the ingredients in this, but it is another podcast that we did that's very interesting. There are some
that men have loved listening to.
Yes, they have. And so I would definitely refer you over to listen to the PYGM podcast. And again, I have recently seen some prostate supplements that have PYGM in it. And just recently had one come in. So, it's known to kind of decrease the prostate and, do some other,
And then increase seminal fluid. Sometimes for you guys that are on testosterone, you have some scrotal atrophy or shrinkage. When that happens, you also have a decreased semen. Some guys have noticed with that decreased semen production, they have weaker orgasm response. So this is a supplement to help with that. But definitely check out that podcast. It's another very fun, interesting one.
And you gave them just enough info to get them over there because it's a good one for sure. And we learned a lot on that podcast as well.
Absolutely. And that came from a person calling and asking about it. And so anything you guys have heard of, leave them in the comments. If there's a supplement that you're taking, leave it for us. We'd love to hear about it. If it grabs our attention, if it has some medical validity, maybe we'll do a podcast on it.
Yeah, correct. So let us know any experiences with any of these products, supplements, PYGM, anything you want to hear more about. Again, we're willing to deep dive into anything sexual wellness or aesthetics or wellness. So let us know, hit subscribe, like, share with friends. And again, the more we get the podcast out there, the more we can get the information out there and increase the following. So let us know and share, please.
Absolutely. And look for the link in the show notes for the product.
Thank you.
Thanks.